Okay, howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Mana Talk. Yes, and it's been extremely fucking pathetic lately. Holy mackerel. So, well, it was yesterday, day before. Trump comes out. He is the worst actor. He was terrible. He just, dude, you suck. I mean, you do some great things. You do some pretty amazing shit. There's no doubt. But as far as acting, you weren't good. Apprentice was, like real life shit. So there weren't really scripts too much. There wasn't like you had to do Othello or do a Gone with the Wind kind of performance, Cary Grant or what's his name, Charleston, somebody. Anyway, the guy with the mustache. It's just, God, that was terrible. That was just terrible. That was it. That just pretty much laid it all out. And I mean, let me see. I mean, let's just look at this. I mean, somebody sent this to me. I think it was Leah. It says right here, if you look at it, and hopefully you can see the whole thing. Oh, you can't. Shit. All right, let me just make it a little smaller so you can see it. All right there. Never forget, right? Never forget the Twin Towers and their official report. And then, let's all forget World Trade Center Building 7, the Solomon Building, right, which came down at like 5:20 in the after 20:40 or whatever in the evening on 9/11, all by itself. And then right here it shows this picture at the bottom, right here. Are you still asking? I mean, are you still asking about this? It's disgusting. That's what it is. I'm gonna say right now. I mean, there's so much more to this. Let me grab another picture here and just kind of show you what's going on. It's just, for God freaking sakes, man. It's just, it's sad. It's sad. And then, of course, they put out this one beautiful bill. Netanyahu nominates, Bibi. The other money laundering that we've been doing for decades, they've probably got more money from us than any country on the planet. I think they're at about over 300 billion by now. Netanyahu says, let's nominate Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, peace. Are we talking peace and protection for pedophiles? Is that what you were talking about? Because if that's what you're talking about, I can understand that. Right? It's just fucking A, man. And in other news, Ghislaine Maxwell becomes the first person ever to be convicted of trafficking children to nobody. Right? There it is. What the fuck? This is just insanity. And they just want you to believe it. They want you to freaking believe this, and that's it. No questions asked. Stop talking about it. Right? But I think Trump and his cabinet, they don't remember who MAGA is. We're the people that we're not meek. We're not malleable. We're not obedient and compliant to whatever some Stockholm Syndrome, tyrannical, Orwellian, authoritarian communistic country told us to do, or government told us to do. That's who we're not. So the new narratives, and I put this out the other day, I'm just going to say it again, the influencers and other people that are trying to make it, plausible or feasible, or putting out this outlandish, I don't know, just phrases and narratives and talking points or whatever the fuck they're just vomit. It's vomit. So over 10,000 videos of only Jeffrey Epstein, right? Is that what you're saying? I mean, if you go here, I picked this up today. The Corbett report. Are you still talking about Epstein? He does he just shows a lot of information that just pretty much blows the narrative out of the way. But there's just so much going on here. It's sorry, there's not a lot going on. It's so blatantly a cover up. It's like right in your face. And the interesting thing is there are some Anna Paulina Luna. I don't know if the MTG is in. I don't know if Matt Gaetz is in. But I know that there's a few people out there. I know Thomas Massey is. Are saying, wait a second. There's no clients. That's it. It's over. Don't talk about it. Are you telling us not to fucking question it? Are you telling us to just be meek, malleable, and obedient like most of the Demoncrats? Because the Democrats aren't even talking. They won't even bring it up. And the point that people make is if Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump were doing anything together that was illegal, right? This is the big question. If they were doing anything illegal, if they were doing pedophilia stuff or drug, whatever the case may be, wouldn't the Democrats have already exposed that already? I think that's a valid point. Absolutely they would. I mean, that's common. I'm just getting to the fucking common sense of it. The core, common, basic human sense of all of this. And it's just so nonsensical. It's nuts. Oh, wait, we gotta watch this. This is a minute 31. This is good.
Donald, saying the Epstein client list doesn't exist all of a sudden makes it seem like you're on it.
Elon, are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? There are far more important things to talk about, like did you know there's rat poop in hot dogs?
Okay, now I definitely think you're on the list.
Elon, it's Pam Bondi.
What list are you talking about? The Epstein client list. You said for months that you had it on your desk and now all of a sudden it doesn't exist?
Well, I don't know who this Jeffrey Epstein is,
but Donald is definitely not on whatever list you're talking about.
Elon, you should be careful. I could sue you for defamation and take everything you have. Do you really want that?
Oh, Donald, you shouldn't do that. If you sue him, we'd have to show the client list to a jury.
Right?
Not that there
Discovery.
is one.
Oh, right. Never mind. I'm definitely not on whatever list you're talking about, Elon.
Okay, I know you're both lying. The Epstein client list definitely exists.
Elon, who the hell is Jeffrey Epstein?
Pam, you're clearly covering it up. Excuse me. Hello?
You deserve to know the truth. I think you know where to meet me. Thanks for getting here so fast. So there is an Epstein client list, but it turns out all the most economically important people in the world are on it. Take a look at this.
There's some correlation between people with enormous amounts of power and having a role in the hay with the child. The more power you have, the more likely you are to be a minor attracted person. If that's true, then why am I not on the list?
You either die a hero or live long enough to become a diddler. So if the client list were released, the entire world economy would collapse overnight.
I don't care. These monsters deserve to be exposed.
Elon, even economically important people in the world are on it. Take a look at this.
There's some correlation between people with enormous amounts of power and having a role in the hay with the child. The more power you have, the more likely you are to be a minor attracted person.
Minor attractive person. Now, just to let you know, that is a piece of the new triangle / rainbow / trans brown or whatever part of that flag is. The World Economic Forum has endorsed that. And a lot of globalist crazy fucks out there. Minor attractive person. That's a real term.
If that's true, then why am I not on the list?
You either die a hero or live long enough to become a diddler. So if the client list were released, the entire world economy would collapse overnight.
I don't care. These monsters deserve to be exposed.
Elon, even if you expose them, nothing would happen because the laws are created by people on that list. It's probably best to just move on and talk about other stuff, like how hot dogs contain rat poop.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty much it. I gotta say, people, it's funny, but it's not. You can joke about this, but not, because the post that I just put up, right, the deeps, and then let's go back to here real quick, just so you can kind of understand where I'm at here. The deep state, whoever they are, destroyed the Epstein file. That's another narrative that they're saying, and they're going to keep saying that. But I already showed to you that just like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, when the Ark was stored away, there's these giant warehouses where they fucking keep everything, and they have these. They don't. Any government that doesn't keep a copy of another copy to make sure that other copies are being kept isn't a government. Bottom line. And then their most disturbing favorite is Trump is using videos of raped children to leverage against the Democrats. Some influencers on the, not the MAGA side, but like the Ben Shapiro side. And Ben Shapiro is telling you to get rid of it. Bill O'Reilly's kind of like, I don't talk about it. And a few other people are saying, oh, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's what? I mean, is that what you're doing? You're using these videos to leverage people? You're using these abused children to that's fuck. And they're doing it all with a straight face. It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's criminal. It's effing criminal. Just to let you know. I mean, I'm going to say it right now. It's just the hypocrisy is crazy. Like right here. Nancy May says the world is waking up. Another win on one step closer to ending the grooming of children. Really? Really? So you guys understand the grooming actually means that an adult is telling a child, whether it's a toddler or a young kid or a young teen or a teenager or whatever, that they need to be doing certain things. Maybe wanting them to be a minorly attractive person or something like that. So what is that? The hypocrisy for them to push for this and not give those victims the justice they deserve. That's the point. That's the fucking point. Right? And that's that's the saddest thing about this. And I was like, I can't, yeah, Trump's getting this, that, and the other thing, 9/11, it's all going to come out, da-da-da-da-da. And it's just nothing. Right? Oh, Gunther Eagleman says, here, look right here. I really don't care about the ramifications of revealing the people intertwined with Epstein. I don't care about if it's a Republican or a Democrat or independent or a Green Party or another Green Party or a Green Party person. I just had a stupid experience with the Green Party. It doesn't matter. If it disrupts the economy, DC, wars, whatever. I want justice for the innocent children. Point blank. Point blank. This is basically what I've been saying. This is like, it's like, there's no other, I can't even make an analogy or an example or anything that comes close to how horrendous this is, just to say, no, it's nothing. That is just fucking crazy. That is just freaking crazy. And I've got to show this to you because I think it's important that I show this to you. This is really good. Let me go back to the YouTube real quick.
Than the one that we're looking at. So it's absolutely inconclusive of anything. But then Patel and Bongino will get up and lie to your face and say, they've conducted their exhaustive review. Done. Case closed. And then they go on to say that there's no further evidence forthcoming, no further investigation warranted. All right, it's done, guys. Stick a fork in it. Epstein, you still talking about that Epstein guy? Come on, you've been talking about him for years. Get over it, guys. Now, the important part of this, okay, there's a couple of things to say. One is that I think that the 1 minute of missing footage is probably the red herring in all of this, because it assumes that we could have seen anything on that tape, even if it wasn't missing, because everyone thinks, the first thing you would think when looking at that footage is, oh, that must be the door to Epstein's cell, but no.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's door 46 or the one directly in front.
No, it is not. What you are seeing is way back there in the background. You can see half of a sliver of part of the entranceway to the stairwell that led up to Epstein's cell. You are not looking at Epstein's cell. So
that probably had a different interest with a different camera. There's so much more to this. And they're just spoon feeding you what you want to see. And that is a travesty. And again, the point is these kids are being freaking... And it's like, and now it's okay. And now it's okay. So now we know it's, if you're at a certain level, Hollywood, politically, nationally, throughout the world, globalist, whatever, you're protected. That's what this is saying. I've been saying this from the very beginning. If we continue to go in this direction, and if we continue to be like this, where we keep sweeping things under the rug, just non-stop, you know, like all the COVID DEATEHs, right? If we keep, I mean, there's hundreds of thousands, and just so many. It's just, you know, Grok and Chat GPT are fucked, because all the information we're giving it is bullshit, and it's gonna eat us up. Everything AI needs to be redone, and we need to give it what's really underneath the pyramids. How old are really the pyramids? Because they're saying it's 2,000 or 3,000, or maybe 4. Now it's 10,000. Now it's 30,000. We don't know, but many people have speculated so many different things. I mean, there's things that have happened in our history. Like, people don't even know that the reason why the buffalo were slaughtered throughout the United States, some people know this, but most people don't, was if you control the food, you control the species. Right? So they knew that the buffalo was the main source of energy for the American Indians, and they killed them all. They literally, that was their goal. That was the plan set forth by the government. We are a heinous fucking group of people, man. And I'm telling you, Trump is that? Is that who he is? This is crazy. This is disgusting. It's not just disgusting. It's insulting. Shameful. Ethically, morally, especially through God, Jesus Christ would just be like, what? What? And I don't, maybe that's just a big lie with them as well. I mean,
what would it have shown anyway, even if it had actually happened? And beyond even that part of it, there's also the part that, oh wait, these railings aren't painted, but in the crime scene photographs they were painted. So, are we even looking at the right part? I mean, how is this?
Yeah, there's so many things ass backwards with this, and I could go on forever, but I'm not. I'm going to just tell you right now. This is a travesty. This is something that will destroy Trump's legacy. He was just right there, man. He was about to get his fucking face carved on Mount Rushmore, and then it's not going to happen. If he can, somebody's going to have to go down. It ain't going to be Cash. He won't do it. And what's interesting to me is, let me put in there Tulsi Gabbard. I don't think that's. Wait, that's something else. She's deafening right now. There's nothing. There's nothing about her and Jeffrey Epstein, which is deafening. Her silence is deafening, and I don't know if she wants to be a part of this. I don't see how anybody could. Sadly, fucking Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has already admitted he'd been there or done some things with them a few times, with his wife or something. Like it was okay, just hanging out with. Oh, shit. Are they protecting RFK? Maybe they are. I mean, anybody can do that fucking job, RFK. I could do your job. As a matter of fact, I feel like I can do any one of their fucking jobs. Right? If I have the moral core and the fiber and this, that, and the other thing, I think I could probably do a better job than what these fuckers have been doing to this country for a long goddamn time. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I could definitely do fucking RFK's job. For sure. I don't know about the DNI National Intelligence, Director of National Intelligence. That one seems kind of tough. I mean, right here, this is right off the bat. This is Patrick from Valuetainment. Really big supporter. Super gigantic supporter of...
All right, PBD, what did you think when Trump said, nah, Epstein's old news?
You talking about Epstein?
Yeah.
I think, good to be back on with you, buddy, but this is what I will tell you. The number one trending hashtag right now on X is Epstein. 2 million people have tweeted with the topic of Epstein. Number 2 is Nicki Minaj at 100,000. Comey's at 42,500. There is a reason why people are asking about this. This is by far, and I'm a supporter. 3 times I voted for this man. This is by far the biggest fumble of the administration they've had thus far, and here's the reason why. They've had thus far, and here's the reason why. By far the biggest fumble of the administration they've had thus far, and here's the reason. This is by far the biggest fumble of the administration. This is by far the biggest fumble of the administration they've had thus far, and here's the reason why.
Now, I know the reason why. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I totally agree with him. This is huge fumble. Huge fumble. And I mean, you know what? Let me just play Trump Pam Bondi if I can find that. There we go.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for an American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the step?
Yeah, sure. If
Hey, Pam, could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean,
That's
I can't
terrible
believe you're
acting.
asking a question
I told
on
you.
Epstein at a time like
It's-
this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file, along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn
All
is what they
him?
were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive.
We just typed it.
But the evidence prior to it was.
Yeah, that's not the only. See, here's the problem. There's not one camera in that entire room. Remember the room? Right? This entire room, there's not one camera. There's several cameras. I'm going to say at least 3 to 5. I'm going to say at least 3 to 5. There's not one camera in a prison cell. There's, that I know of, and I'm telling you, I know, there's dozens of them. They all are able to see at certain angles into the cells. It's always set up like this. They give you one perspective, one view from one camera. And everybody's like, okay. This is ridiculous.
Showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter.
Oh, right,
and what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is.
Yeah, so a minute's missing. There's so much. This is terrible. This is just such a fumble. This is not it's not a fumble. It's not a fumble. I got to retract that. It's complicit. It's absolutely complicit. I don't care what you say or how you say it. I'm going to tell you right now. Same day they say this and that report comes out or whatever, Netanyahu says Trump should be the Nobel Prize winner, Nobel Peace Prize winner. So peace and protection for pedophiles. That's what it seems like. This is sad. This is sad. All right, let me check one more thing. Yeah, I might check a couple things, but let me just see what's going on. Hang on, I'm going to see. Oh, there I am. Here's a good one. This is, yeah. Vaccines are about as safe and effective as Jeffrey Epstein's 24-hour surveillance. Right? Yeah, there's more than one camera in a cell, people. There's dozens of them. Right? Tom Fitton with Judicial Watch is filing a FOIA, as well as many people are filing a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, to try to get more information. But they're getting pushback, and it's just, God, it just reeks. It reeks of protecting, and I know, Jimmy Dore is saying, and I get it, there's a lot of fucking Israel, Netanyahu, or whoever else is in there, I don't fucking know. But that's not the point. That's not the point. There's a lot of people in there from a lot of different places, right? Probably most of them from the United States. It's an American company, right? This is an American venture, not adventure. For some, it was a terrible adventure. Yeah, this is just giant. Patrick is fucking just so spot on in this. This is terrible. And then Alan Dershowitz said he saw the entire Epstein list while proving his innocence. Documents are being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being that. This is like right here. Oh, and then fucking, by the way, just so you know, this is a documentary. I got to release information when I see it. Supposedly, FDA just approved Moderna's COVID mRNA shots for babies as young as 6 months. The U.S. government has just gave full approval for Moderna's mRNA COVID injection for children ages 6 months to 11 years. I heard differently, but I think that came from Disclosed TV. So people are kind of looking in that, by the way. Moderna gets a full U.S. approval of COVID-19. Reuters at ages 6 children 6 months old. Okay. That is July 10th, 2025. Thank you very much. Hustle Bitch put it in there. That's from Reuters. Okay. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is full of shit. This is just getting worse. You know, here comes a new boss. Same as the old boss. It's just fucking God, man. No, it's not going to. Another party ain't going to do it, people. I don't know what you're. Well, look. If the American party that Elon is creating isn't connected to DARPA, which most of the shit is from DARPA, then we might be okay. But I don't know. You're going to trust a billionaire? I always have a problem with that. Right? Yeah. The elephant in the room. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Dang, that's true. I'm still here. Man, my hip muscle, it's so bad yesterday, day before. Man, it was bad. I was like, fuck. It's just getting a little bit better, but if I walk different, it's kind of weird, man. It's not the hip, it's the muscle. I can tell the difference. It's just super tight. But when I was stretching it out, because sometimes your hip kind of doesn't, if it dislocates, you're going to feel that for sure. But it kind of slips a little bit, and that's just because the muscles are not very strong in there. They need, so I really need to start doing more squats. I have lost a lot of weight though. When I first got here to West Virginia, I was 323 pounds. Now I'm 282 according to the nurse yesterday. Right? And my oxygen level is 98%. My blood pressure is 128/72. Not bad, and I am strong. That's all I have to say about that. And it's doing well. Losing the weight, too, makes you stronger. Just saying. What else we got? The demon's claw are still embedded. Science is a fact of evil. It's evil. For all the doctors, okay, I think I'm at the wrong. Let me just go back to that. I took a little direction. Went a little off course there. Oh no, that's the right place. That wasn't the right place. What happened to Trump? MAGA, America first. We did surrender to the deep state, Israel. Are we now playing 5-5D chess, 55D chess? Yeah, what happened, dude? You fucking lost your mind, bro. I mean, seriously. I mean, I gotta open this up. This is a fucking good gift. I'm not kidding you. This is... I'm just really concerned here. What the fuck happened? What in the fuck happened? I'm the best. I do the greatest. I'm the this. I'm the that. No. If you don't make this right, it's over. A new party will come. It'll probably be the American Party. And both the Demoncrats will definitely lose a lot of people. That'll probably jump to the American Party. And a bunch of fucking Republicans will do it too. I mean, is that what you're trying to do with this? Is that your goal? Because if that's your goal, look, MAGA never liked the Republican Party in the first place. They've never really done anything for it. Neither of the Democrats for the Demoncrats for the Democrats. The Republicans always ran the fucking place. And Trump just fully endorsed Lindsey Graham. I mean, and you know, here, I got to show this again because this is just really, Marco Rubio is a fucking nitwit. He's a nitwit. I've seen him in hearings. I've heard him talk and speak. I mean, anybody could do his fucking job. I don't care who you are. He's just there to fill the seat. He doesn't really speak unless spoken to. He's just, you know, people are saying J.D. Vance and Ruby. Nah, fuck you. I mean, I'm hesitant about J.D. Anybody in the cabinet now. Somebody's got to come out on this, out of that dark, disgusting pedophile closet, and freaking be a human being. You know, I mean, I know our species is kind of like Dr. or Agent Smith said, like a virus. But kids are wonderful kids. Kids are just, you can see they play with each other, have fun, they're always smiling, happy, and spinning in circles. And right, and then we get older, we start getting weird information, and crazy and stupid things start happening around us, and then we absorb this shit. We eat terrible food and get fed terrible food and processed junk food, water, this, that, and the other thing. We're not going to evolve. I brought this up. I've brought this up several times in the past fucking few months. If we are not transparent, and this is that time, we have that moment. This could be that time. If we don't become transparent, and I hear it from probably Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard and whoever else is in the military, Flynn or whoever, they're going to go, no way, dude, you don't want to say that. And people already know it. If you're on the other side, you already know you got fucked and tricked. That's a no-brainer. It's what we're doing here with us. Do we keep sweeping shit under the rug? I mean, come on. I mean, is this cuckoo craziness going to... I mean, I thought we were done with cuckoo crazy. I thought we were going to be fucking stern. Full speed ahead. You know, pedal to the freaking metal. Going in the true path. In the best path. And it's just, God, what a disappointment. What a fucking total disappointment. What? Yeah, and this is the best one right there. Right? This is the best one right here. If there are no clients, why am I in jail? What? You were transporting people to just Jeffrey? Is that why you're in jail? Because that has got to be the dumbest fucking thing that they're saying.
Guarded. But earlier this year, I spearheaded a wired investigation that uncovered the data of almost 200 mobile phones belonging to visitors to his infamous pedophile island. The data was so precise, we were able to map the paths of these visitors to within centimeters, including their neighborhoods, buildings of origin, and the paths they took to get to the island. These digital trails document the numerous trips of wealthy and influential individuals seemingly undeterred by Epstein's status as a convicted sex offender. Wired's analysis of the data is ongoing, and it raises profound questions about privacy and surveillance. This is Epstein Island's secret data on the grid. This is Little St. James, aka Epstein Island. These red dots on the map represent some of the 11,279 coordinates I obtained. They were left exposed online by a location data broker with ties to the Defense Department called Near Intelligence. Between 2016 and Epstein's final arrest in 2019, Near collected data on more than 200 cell phones that visited the island. We don't know why they did that or which client or prospective client of Near decided to query the data. Near collected data on more than 200 cell phones that visited the island. We don't know why they did that or which client or prospective client of Near decided to query the data in this way to produce the maps. But the maps you'll see in this video show where visitors to Epstein Island spent most of their time. Let's take a step back. You might be wondering, where is Epstein Island anyways? Well, it's here. Little St. James is a private island that is part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, an unincorporated territory of the United States in the Caribbean Sea. Epstein purchased Little St. James in 1998 for $7.95 million. It's about 71 acres, the size of 54 football fields. He made the island his primary residence and soon after began welcoming visitors and throwing infamous parties where he was accused of having groomed, sexually assaulted, and trafficked untold numbers of women and girls. The maps of the data collected by NIR, and which
But it's just him.
we at Wired recreated here,
Okay,
he assaulted
wait, let me
and
show
trafficked
you this
untold
map.
numbers of women and girls. The maps of the
Well, look at that. Look at these dots, people. Wow. That is a lot of traffic. Over 200. So there's no client spam? Is that what you're saying? Right? Is that what everybody's saying? I mean, I could go on forever. There's so much. It's just, you know, what a major fuck up. What, or a complicit. It's like you're just revealing. You've narked on yourself. That's or something, right? It's crazy. You've actually confessed to the world, Donald Trump and your cabinet, especially Pam Bondi, that you're guilty. You're guilty of hiding information that could bring justice to these girls, or men, or whoever, or boys, whatever. There's a lot of sick shit that happened, you know. Wow. All this just, everything was just fucking great. And then all of a sudden, boom. They just fucking just, man, that was rough. So bad. So bad. It was just doing so good. Everything was just fucking right there to you, man. Everything was good. And we don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't care. You provide, you do what you're supposed to do and provide the information we know you have, right? And give us all the videos from all the fucking cameras, right? Or whatever. Just say, hey, here are the people, fuck them. You know, I'm stepping down. I'm going to hand it over to Vice President J.D. Vance. It's the right thing to do. God, where's the integrity, right? Where's the integrity? Where's the honor, right? Where's the dignity? It's just gone. I mean, it can't be a psyop at this point. It can't be leveraging or whatever the fuck you want to use it for. This is just a shame. I mean, if you're continuing to go, I don't see how much further. You know, once you came out and did your terrible acting, because you're not a fucking actor, Don. You're just not. Right? I don't know anybody's fucking talking about this right now. What the fuck? Right? I'm gonna say right now that your face isn't going on Mount Rushmore. I don't care what you fucking do. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you give everybody $1 billion. Nobody's gonna forget this, dude. I'm not. You can give me a fucking bazillion dollars right now. I'm not, because this is the leader of the United States of America, and he's going to be complicit in allowing these poor souls, these poor girls and boys or whatever, to not have their time of justice. And that is the worst thing ever, right? And then you guys are going after child traffickers. Are you really? Because it seems like fucking July has become, I don't know, Protect a Pedo Month. Anyway, I want to leave with that. Aloha, everybody. Nice seeing you. Take care.